What's going on, Taurus? It's Chris Anthony coming at you live and direct. This is going to be your mid-month check-in for the month of March. Sorry that it's so late, Taurus. Been kind of backed up with personal readings, but we're about to hop into your cards to see what clarity we can give you guys moving forward in the month, moving towards April. Aries season. So this is a general reading and it may not resonate with everyone that watches the video, but if it does resonate with you, do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, comment on the channel as usual. If it does not resonate, you can always check out your rising or moon sign on one of the previous readings that I did for Taurus. If you're brand new to the channel, welcome to the channel. We're going to be hopping into your present energy first. This is how it looks. This is your main storyline. All right, after that, we go into your futuristic energy on the left side here. And this is everything. And then we're wrapping it up in the end with your fairy card. You guys got the Wheel of Fortune. All right. And I wanted to let you guys know, too, that I did add in another deck. So we're working with the Wild Unknown Tarot deck as well as the Rider-Waite and the Gustav Klimt Golden deck. All right, so just to give a little more clarity, I did add a third one in. And if you're brand new to the channel and you don't follow me already on Chris Anthony 14 pounds, that is my IG, Chris Anthony 14LBS. You could definitely follow me there. Also, if you're looking for personal readings, you could book those through the description of the video. It'll have all the details about how to book a personal with me. All right, so let's hop into the reading. Hopefully you guys are staying safe out there. I know it's a lot going on in the news, so hopefully everybody is safe and comfy at home. All right, let's do this. Crowning your reading, we do have the Two of Wands clarified by the Two of Swords and the Five of Cups. So Two of Wands energy, I am feeling that, one second, Taurus, let me fix this setup. Okay, so with the Two of Wands, I do feel like there is a decision that I feel you guys have kind of came to about something maybe personally with your life. We have the Two of Swords here, so it does show that there was some indecision. And I feel like this indecision had something to do with the past, the Five of Cups, about something that maybe was disappointing or something that maybe you regret about the past possibly. But the Two of Wands shows that there is a decision that's being made that you guys are going to be moving forward into your new cycle, even though, you know, this wasn't this was a hard decision to make. This was something that maybe you struggled with. There was a lot of indecisiveness here with the Two of Swords because of maybe things that didn't come together in the past, things that you were betting on, things that maybe you had emotionally invested in a lot of different ways, or use your energy and resources in order to invest in. This is somebody with the Five of Cups that is kind of, you know, crying over the spilled milk, and maybe it has been that way for a second, which is what has maybe held you in the past a little bit up until this point, Taurus. But I do see that there is a turning point here with the Two of Wands where you have consciously made a decision to head in a new direction or head forward, releasing the disappointments in the past, releasing the regrets of the past, the uncomfortable emotions and feelings that kind of accompany the past thoughts, all right? And you've consciously decided to move toward something new, right? But the Two of Wands does show that up until now, it hasn't been a lot of work that has been placed into moving on this new beginning. This is just a decision that you made in your mind, but there has to be some work that is going to come in to kind of get moving, because this person has made the decision to go out into the sea, to go into the new world in the card here with the Two of Wands, but they're still standing in their backyard, right? They're still looking out, still doing the research, still visualizing, you know. It hasn't really come into the material world yet. This decision, this is just a conscious decision. All right, so moving below that, we do have the Eight of Pentacles clarified with the Eight of Swords and the Two of Cups. So this is the work, the Eight of Pentacles. This is what I feel like you guys are moving into at the moment, moving into the action of what it takes to move in this new direction, laying down the framework, laying down the effort, investing the time, the resources into what it is that you want to build for yourself for the future. The Eight of Pentacles does talk about being very focused on the task at hand, being very focused on building what it is that you see for yourself in the future. Eight of Swords energy is matching that, so we do have 2 eights, double energy. And this is probably representing some of the things that could continually be holding you back. The Eight of Swords shows me that there's a need for a breakthrough here when it comes down to working, being consistent, being productive, investing the time that's needed. There is something that is kind of holding you back, Taurus, maybe from being more productive with the Eight of Swords energy, and something that is kind of constricting the flow of your work, or constricting the energy that you need in order to build what it is that you're looking to build. And this could be in the form of subconscious programming, belief systems that limit you, things that kind of make you feel uncomfortable, that make you feel that you can't expand, things that hold you back. But these are all happening in your mind, right? These are all something that are mostly an illusion and not the truth of the matter. So in the end of March, you guys could be kind of flipping back and forth from the Eight of Pentacles energy of being productive, wanting to move forward, doing what it takes to start that new beginning, but also feeling that you are limited in some way. And this could be the dynamic that's happening, the 2 poles that you guys are shifting back and forth into. I feel like this Eight of Swords energy, though, could definitely be connected to something in the past. Once again, like we had up top with the 5 of Cups, somebody reminiscing, holding on to memories that probably aren't as pleasant. Now, clarifying the Eight of Swords, we do have the 2 of Cups. So some people here could definitely be thinking about a connection, a relationship, a romantic partnership that could have come from the past, possibly. Or this could be something that maybe a lot of Tauruses are wanting to work on for the future, maybe wanting to form a new connection, a new relationship, and wanting to get released from the limitations that maybe are placed around love and the idea of having a romantic partnership with somebody else. 2 of Cups energy here. For some of you other Tauruses, this could be a romantic relationship that maybe you're still feeling tied to from the past, that maybe there still is some link, some soul ties there that, kind of place limits on you when it comes down to moving into this new beginning, building your new beginning, right? So this is something that I feel that there still is a decision that needs to be made, maybe about these 2 of Cups. If it's still worth your time, if it's still worth you thinking of or allowing to slow down your progress, maybe on something personal that you're trying to build for yourself. Because these 2 of Cups, I feel, are creating blockage with the 8 of Swords. So this may be the thing that you're making the decision to move forward with, but you're having some kickback a little bit from the energy that still remains between this connection. 2 of Cups here. Now, moving over here, we do have the 6 of Swords clarified by the King of Swords and the High Empress. Hopefully you guys can see that a little bit. They are kind of bunched up here just to fit on my table. But 6 of Swords energy does talk about someone that's definitely moving away from an older mentality, moving maybe away from this older connection with the 2 of Cups. That probably has come to an end, that probably has died. I feel like in the past there could have been some hope for this, but because there hasn't been any movement, any growth, it was for you creating this, restriction, this limit on yourself and on what you could be doing, what you are able to be productive in, because it was taking up room, is what I feel here. This older connection could have been taking room for your energy to do something productive with. So the 6 of Swords does speak about somebody moving forward into the unknown, moving forward into more vast, expansive energy, moving into this new beginning, and maybe having to be more logical about this older connection or about the past in general, right? We have the King of Swords here. The King of Swords sees things for exactly how they are, sees the fact, the logic, the rational or rationale in every situation. And maybe this is what's needed in order to move beyond or to move forward into, this place of the unknown, into this place of manifestation that you guys are wanting to create for yourself. And we also have the High Priestess. So I feel the High Priestess energy is in agreement with the King of Swords. Intuitively, you know that you have to kind of look at your past logically. You have to look at maybe this older connection with logic, instead of allowing your heart to, hold you in the past or hold you in this energy of feeling stuck or restricted, right? I feel like you're going to be using your logic with your intuition to navigate into this new beginning, navigate into these new waters, to take on this newer mentality that is more fitting for where you're going. All right, because this older mentality of the Eight of Swords keeps you stuck behind, keeps you stuck in the past, keeps you holding on to older memories, keeps you going back and forth and indecisive about where it is you want to be. All right. So moving down here, we had the Death energy, the Ace of Wands with the Four of Pentacles. Something has finally been put to death. I feel something has finally come to an end. Something is being wrapped up. I feel like you guys have been going through this metamorphosis, experiencing this transformation for a while now, Taurus. But it's like it's come to an end now. And I feel like we were talking about that in your last reading, about this deep transformation subconsciously, how you guys were becoming a new person, taking on a new form. And now you get to see what it feels like to kind of come out of the cocoon with the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is representing this inspiration, this energy, this drive, this push from the universe that's kind of pushing you into your new start, pushing you into this new path and releasing you from holding on to something that was too small for you to fit inside of. The Four of Pentacles here. Restriction, right? You holding on to something that was very hard to let go, right? It probably was a lot of emotions here. Like I said, a lot of time invested in. You were tied up with the Four of Pentacles. But now with the Ace of Wands, I feel like you guys are going to be releasing your past, finally allowing it to die, allowing it to be transmuted, allowing all that energy that you invested into those Four of Pentacles or into this tight space, right, of the Eight of Swords, allowing that to be transformed and used to propel you forward into this brand new beginning. All right. Over here we have the Hangman clarified by the Empress and the Death card once again. Okay, so some Tauruses could feel like they are in this limbo state. I feel like this has been the energy for a lot of people, feeling like you're hanging there in the balance, trying to get clarity, trying to feel more enlightened, trying to make sense of your situation. Everything could feel upside down instead of right side up. But this is the thing that I feel like is going to be ending with this Death card. This is the wrap up of that limbo cycle. And you're taking on, instead of the Hangman, the Empress energy, right? This is that strong Taurine energy. Somebody who is grounded, somebody who is operating in the law of attraction, somebody who is very magnetic and bringing manifestations their way, very fertile, very creative, very spiritual, very grounded, right? So this is a powerful place for you guys to move forward. This is like the vision that I feel you have been cultivating for a while, and now that you're breaking away from the indecisiveness and from the past, you're able to take on this powerful movement into your future, right? You're able to kind of feel yourself moving into this confident, stronger person, right? And what you're representing is almost like the phoenix, right, that has rise from the ashes. After you have experienced this death, this dark night of the soul, after these things have been kind of stripped from you, you're now putting back on all of your glory. You're kind of putting back on your new garments, your new clothes, your new consciousness, your new awareness, right? You have new gifts, talents, and abilities that have been activated after this death, after the wrap up of the past. And so if there was a wait, if there was a pause, if you were hanging on, for the light to kind of come into the darkness, I feel that it is definitely coming in the end of March, going into April. You're feeling that this transformation is complete, right? You're feeling like you're rising from the ashes and taking on this phoenix energy, this empress energy. You're taking control of those areas. And the empress is also a builder of an empire. So whatever you're building right now, Taurus, whatever you're focusing on and releasing, yourself from the past into it, or in order to focus on, it's going to be something that I feel is very large for you, that is very lucrative in more than one way, right? It's very abundant. All right. And this is you taking your power back, no longer giving your power to the past, no longer allowing yourself to sulk or to have that pity party or to, think about what was lost. You're only thinking about what you can gain moving forward, Taurus. All right, so let's go into your futuristic energy and see what we have. I'm going to readjust so I can kind of bring everything over here. Let me readjust this mic. Okay. So going into your futuristic energy, we have the Moon card, we have the Seven of Cups, we have the Tower here, and then we have the Ace of Swords. All right, so with the Moon energy is clarified by the Four of Wands and the Magician. The Moon here, I feel, is this unknown place that you're kind of going in, this unknown path that you're embarking on, where maybe there's not a lot of clarity here right now, or maybe you don't know the specifics or the details about what it is that you're building. You just know that there is something that you want to build, right? You just know that you have a vision, in your mind about where you want to be, but the details about how you're going to get there has yet to be revealed. I feel like you're going to be having things revealed to you as you move forward on this path, as you take these steps into the unknown, as you face your fears, right? As you kind of courageously move through the darkness, move through the obstacles, because you're walking into a place of stability with the Four of Wands, where your home is stable, you're secure within yourself, your family is secure, right? Everything is protected with the Four of Wands. But right now, maybe you're not able to see exactly that, right? Maybe all the evidence is not there with the Moon energy. Maybe it's a lack of evidence, but the lack of evidence doesn't mean that, this manifestation doesn't exist, right? So you have the Magician energy here to use towards this Moon energy. The Moon is talking about something that has a lot of potential, but it's unknown, right? And the Magician is here to whip things into shape, to bring the clarity, to bring the details, to bring the manifestation into the material world, to use all of the tools that are here on the table, right? The Pentacles, the Swords, the Cups, and the Wands, to bring this manifestation into your world. So something that is in its raw form is the Moon energy, that's in its raw subconscious power, right? But your job is to manifest it into the material world. This is what the Magician does: as above, so below; as within, so without. So you are putting this work in as the Magician, right? To manipulate, to master your environment in order to bring this raw major manifestation into shape, into a container, into the material. And you have exactly what you need in order to do this, Taurus. This is what you have to believe moving forward on this path. All right. Let's keep it moving. We have the Seven of Cups here clarified by the Two of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. So Seven of Cups is the confusion, right? It is the smoke. It is the illusion almost of not knowing how to kind of hone maybe this energy or to channel it into one place. Everything is kind of out in the open. A lot of choices, a lot of options, right? It's a little bit of confusion here with the Seven of Cups. Like I said, with this new path that you're choosing to walk on, because it is the unknown. And anything, right, that is brand new, that is unknown, that is uncharted territory that you're kind of pioneering for yourself, will be a little bit confusion in the or confused a little. God, I can't talk. It will have a little bit of confusion in the beginning. But the Ace of Pentacles, I feel, shows the reward that you're going to have the more you walk down this path that's probably not well lit right now. The more you navigate and follow your intuition, you have this reward that's waiting for you. As the Ace of Pentacles, this is a gift from the universe. This could be something that's very large monetarily for you, financial, bringing you financial freedom, bringing you financial stability. And I feel this is what your future holds. This is where you want to go. This is what you want to build. And this is how big it's going to grow, right? This Ace of Pentacles is depicted by a big tree, right? Like it looks like a big oak tree, you know, one of those big, massive trees. And right now we're at the root of it, right? You're at the root of building something that's going to be very large, that's growing into something that holds a lot of power in it. And I like how this seed that you can see kind of like in the middle of the whole tree is like lit up right now. It's animated. It's talking about this passion, this inspiration, this drive that you have to continue to make sure that this grows and to continue to head in this direction, even though, you know, there's more understanding that you have to gain. There's more clarity that needs to come in. You're bringing this clarity into position, I feel, with the Magician here. And that rhymes. So let's keep it moving. We do have the Tower energy here clarified by the Ten of Wands. And I think this right here is the 9. Is this the 9 of Wands? Let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 of Wands. So 9 of Wands energy. I like that. The Tower here is, I feel, that ending that may have ended abruptly with the past, which is why there was this indecisiveness about whether to try to stay and maybe rebuild this tower, to try to stay and think about when the tower was still standing, when, you know, you were living inside of the tower, but something came tumbling down, something came to an end. We have the Death card that was, you know, twice in your reading. So something came tumbling down. But whatever this tower was, it was not your Ten of Cups. It was not your complete emotional fulfillment. It was not your happiness. Because once again, I feel that it was too small for you. It didn't have everything that was needed in order for you to feel fulfilled. It was restricting you. Okay? Even if this was love, right, with the Two of Cups, for a lot of you Tauruses, this was something that maybe was never made to grow to the place of the Ten of Cups. So it came crashing down in the past. But where you're headed is your true Ten of Cups, your true expansion, your true emotional fulfillment, your happiness. And this is going to come after a long time of you earning your stripes, of you going through the battlefield, of you experiencing very hard lessons, of you staying determined and persevering through the challenges and obstacles that life has offered you. All of those challenges, everything that kind of didn't work out, everything that felt like it fell apart, was happening around you, but you were not falling apart, Taurus. Right? You were kind of being leaded and guided towards your true fulfillment, right? Just like this staircase from out of the darkness, right? Forged through all of these harsh lessons that you had to experience and endure, but it's been elevating you into something that I feel is going to be very amazing, a very great manifestation. It's been giving you all the tools that you need in order to attract this manifestation into your world. And this will be your fulfillment. Whatever it is that you are being called to work towards right now, that you're being called to invest into right now, after having gone through a dark night of the soul in a very maybe dark period. All right, so below that we have the Ace of Swords, and it's clarified by the Four of Swords, and we have the nine. This is the Six of Wands? I like that. So Ace of Swords energy, clarity is definitely coming in for you, right? Where something seems unknown, where you don't know the details, where it seems confusion or confused. I can't say confused right now or confusion, but where it seems confusing right now, I feel you do have clarity coming in that's going to bring you peace of mind with the Four of Swords. That's definitely going to bring you to a place of relaxation, of serenity, of peace overall. And so you are going to be victorious in the end, Taurus, with the Six of Wands. You are going to be like that phoenix that has rose from out of the ashes, that has kind of navigated through all those thorns and tied, temptation to be tied down in some type of way to this lower dense energy. You are like the one that got away, the butterfly that is allowed to kind of escape the darkness and move into the light. And I'm loving this for you, Taurus. So let's go into your fairy card and see what it says. The Will. It says delays are over, sudden or unexpected good luck, a new car or travel. So wow, some of you guys are getting new cars out there. Some of you guys are maybe traveling, maybe soon. I don't know about right now because we have this pandemic going on, but this may be the future that you've been manifesting for yourself, maybe traveling or moving to somewhere else. The wheel is finally spinning in your favor. The delays are over, right? The transformation is complete. You have come to an end of a cycle, stepping into this new one, Ace of Wands energy. So I'm wrapping it up right there for you, Taurus. Hopefully that resonated for you guys. If it did, like always, like, share, subscribe, comment on the channel. I will see you guys in the next reading. Later.